Hi everyone, welcome back to Ruster. I'm Jamie. Down the unit tonight working on Ruster. Just turn the camera around. Back on with the suspension top. Again, ain't been down for a few weeks. I've had a couple of days off work. So I've actually got Christine finished. She's now on the road. She's actually parked outside. Right, so yeah, back on with the suspension top. Took a bit of a... Although it looks in good condition, I reckon there is going to be some rot. Because you can actually see the gap has spread apart there. And it does appear to be a little bulge here. She's in the process of actually drilling the spot welds out. Because this piece is actually in really good condition as well. If it's solid once it's removed, I'm going to be using that rather than making them, providing that there's still some to cut to actually add it in. Got a repair for the end of the scuttle, although I'm probably not going to be using it anyway because it's only a little repair on the edge. The scuttle panel is going to be coming off in another episode, because if that's rotten, from past experience, underneath is going to be rotten. I've actually got myself a vise as well. Unfortunately, like an idiot, I've actually forgot it. It's at home. Right, just on with drilling these spot welds out. You can see here, I've actually started drilling holes, and what this is going to do is basically going to center the drill. That's all it's for. You don't need to drill through the whole panels with this 2mm drill. All it's going to do is center this. That's all its purpose is. Stop it wandering around. Go nice and slow, well ish, and then you don't burn these out and you give a nice cut. So I'm going to get on now and get the other spot welds drilled out around the top. Same as the other side. I'm not actually going to be using the whole panel. Bit of a shame really. I'm going to be doing the same what I've done with the other side, and join it and then step tool it round. That's the way that I'm doing it. So yeah, it's quite a pretty big hole to fill. And for some reason, the longer the car sits, it seems like the rot is actually getting loads worse. Like the panels and whatever is actually drying out. Weird. It's like when I first seen it, I don't remember it being all this bad. But it is what it is. It will be solid once I'm done. So I'm actually going to set up on the tripod. I'm actually going to wear my earphones because I'm only drilling a spot weld. So I'm going to come back in once it's set up. I know it's pretty much a bad idea working on your car when you're trying to do it up, but there's nothing else I can do. There ain't no room in here for a decent workbench or anything. I can't swing a cat, so that's being sarcastic for anyone believes me. So yeah, I've got to make the best of what I got. Once I get somewhere bigger, then I can have a good workbench. Probably won't pick it up. Can't find my tool.
I gotta get my tool. Kim, he ain't bullshit. Kim, man, that's not a tool. That's a damn brick. Kim, man, we gonna use a brick, man. We might as well call prison and make reservations. Oh, come on.
Found it. It's a bit of metal. It's quite strong, but dead thin. I think it's quite strong because it's got this ridge in it. I think it's actually from out of an old teller. It actually works perfect for splitting spot welds because you can actually go through without, if you just use a screwdriver, it'll bend all the panel up. Yeah, look at that bad boy. You probably didn't even see that. Might not even need to carry on using that, to be honest. Look at that. Got every spot weld absolutely perfect. Okay, bit of corrosion there though. Just goes to show, right? Look how mint that actually looks, right? So you think you're buying a car, say, I don't know, 15, 18 grand maybe, for a mint, say 2.8 or whatever. Look at that underneath. That wasn't even showing. Now do I even use it? I'm going to clean it up first and then make a decision then. Same with that. That is actually quite puffed up. I'm still going to clean this up, draw the spot welds out, see what it's like behind there. Yeah, well, I'm going to come back in a minute. Well, I've just cleaned all the undersill off, revealed all the spot welds. Just get on with now and drilling them out. I was hoping to keep this piece together. It looks like I'm going to have to separate it. The spot welds actually go all the way through, straight through to the reinforcement. I can separate it anyway, it ain't no issue. Make sure there ain't no rot inside them, which I don't think there's gonna be by the looks of it. So let's get on with drilling them, clamped it down. So not anyone else. Hi, welcome back to Rusty. I'm Jamie, back on the Capri tonight. Well, back on Rusty tonight. What you're going to see now is going to be upcoming video. So we're actually back on the suspension top now that I've actually cleaned it up, primed it. I've just got to actually clean just underneath where it actually sits. Just got to clean under here where it actually sits, then I can actually get it in, get it welded in, so we can actually get this back off and then start actually getting the top fitted in. That's going to put some strength back in the inner wing. Obviously you're going to be like, what the hell, that's in an upcoming video. Obviously I was waiting for that, so I got on with that. Yeah, there's quite a big hole there now, but you'll see that all in a later video. So I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, because I think the light's dazzling quite bad. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's just a bit of surface rust. It's mainly here in this seam that I'm more bothered about getting out. But as I go through the restoration, I am going to protect where I can. But the plan is, eventually, once all the welding's done, is I do want to have either dipped or sandblasted, one or the other. But I want to wait till all the welding's all done first, rather than, you know what I mean, get it done, then having to do all the welding and then try and protect it as well. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to protect it as I go along anyway, just in case I don't get it blasted or dipped. But chances are I am going to be. So forgot my cordless tonight, so I've got to use a maze drill. have to do, because there's no way you're going to get in any more. So try and do what you can do. Now the rust eater that I shown in my video when I was doing the other side is you got to be careful. What I found is with that stuff, it's alright to merge something in where you can clean it all off properly, but if you actually put it on and it goes in the seams and stuff, I remember from my other project, it actually goes worse. It creates more rot. It's weird. It's like if you can't clean it off, it just goes really bad. So I'm going to stop back there and just give that a clean and a quick prime. Then we're going to start getting the top in. That's what the plan is tonight. So yeah, once that's in, then we can start actually thinking about getting these sides sorted. These also need a clean up. See, what you actually think about that, right? If you put that curve, that's the curve I'm talking about. Ignore the surface rust, actually going to come straight off here while we're. That curve there, if you line that up, this is what I'm just actually thinking. If I line that up with that, so for example, like so, say if I was to clamp that on and then cut through both panels, that will actually allow me then to get into that corner just there where all the corrosion is. Same for this side. Again, push it into that bulge. You should be able to get to that corrosion part in the corner. Yes. Sounds good. Right, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to figure that out to clamp that in properly. And then cut it. Then I'm going to come back once it's primed. Oh, another thing I actually forgot to say as well, I've actually ordered a few panels, sorry. The V6, obviously because it's a V6, the suspension strut tops, these are the ones that actually sit on top of the inner wings. I've ordered inner sill for the driver's side, a floor pan for the passenger side, because there's a massive hole, so and it's going to be way too hard to create all the curvature, like the reinforcement shape in the panel. I reckon with some work, the passenger inner sill I may be able to repair. Although I've got a pair of brand new outer sills, I am planning on repairing the driver's one, because other than just a couple of little holes, it looks decent. So I may do that, but we'll see. I've got the pair, so I might just change them, but I am planning on repairing them. The A posts, I've also bought the repair piece that goes right here at the bottom. I've not bought the ones that you see on eBay, the actual total garbage ones that don't fit. I bought them before for another project, and then the wing don't actually even fit on. These are the proper ones from Express Panels where they actually look like the proper shape. I am going to ring back up tomorrow because I placed the order today. About the ones here that go in the corner. As you can see, one huge hole. Once that's off, I can repair the inner wing in the chassis area if I need to. But obviously, this is going to be quite difficult to make, I would have thought. I might be able to make it, but it all depends. It shows on the website that I think there was £60 each, so we'll see. I'm going to ring up tomorrow to clarify, because there ain't no picture, just to clarify that it is them ones. I may go ahead and order them as well. Unfortunately, the panels are going to take at least 6 weeks, so I suppose in that time it'll get me a chance to finish this top, start repairing the driver's footwell, because it's pretty much there. I'm hoping I should be able to repair that as to a standard where you won't pretty much tell it's been welded once it's got all under seal and all that on it. Yeah, once that's done, you should start getting some good strength back in, because I really want to get on the rolling jig soon. That's my plan, because it'll make everything easier. Rather like now, rather than sit on my arse, I can stand up and do stuff. One thing I hate is sitting down. Give that bit of a wipe down, and I should be able to stick some primer on. Get another quick coat here, because I scratched it a bit. As you can see there, I've actually cut the lip off, cleaned that up a lot more, so that's better. Obviously a bit more of that is going to be cut away once it's welded in. Right, while that dries I can drink my coffee and eat my packet of crisps. Then I'll get that bolted in and well, yeah, get it welded in. I've test fitted it. Obviously this is the one that came off this that you see me stripping. I've test fitted it and it actually fits the same as the original one did, where if you actually look at the circle it don't meet up perfectly round. I'm gonna have a look through old pictures and that, see if I can find it so you can actually see before how it didn't line up. But anyway, when you put it through you can actually see this lip, probably about a couple of mil. So I don't know what's going on there, but it must have been a defect from factory if the other one was like it. So alright, just let that dry and I'll be back. Right, it's all bolted in. Them two holes are perfect. Like I said, that's the original hole for the inner wing anyway. This is the plate that I made before I took the old one of them reinforcements off. So that's all lining up perfect. It's all lining up perfect level with the top of the inner wing and down the side. They're all met up perfect. This is what I was talking about. You can see the circle, it comes round and it don't quite line up with the edge. I don't know why, but it was like this on the original one of these before I removed it. Strange, but it's how it was, so it should be fine. Just get the welder set up and let's get this welded in. It's 9 o'clock now, so I'm at work tomorrow, so I don't want to be leaving here too late. Then I'm going to just give these just a quick wire wheel down. Then I may get these welded on. We'll see if I can be bothered. It's been one of them days today anyway, so right, get this welder set up. if I now see, I've got to trim some of that off anyway, because I can't get the inner in that. Can't get it that far enough anyway. So eyeball it. If I cut it off level with that hole, hopefully then that should sit a bit more in. Because that lip's rotten anyway, and maybe replacing that lip. Hey look, she's fixed. Previous what we've done with the other side, I've already gone round and I put a step tool in just to give it strength, because it's a suspension component. I don't really like doing butt welds on suspension components. I say just for the fact that all the force on it. To me, this seems like a safer way. The only place I'm going to butt weld, same as the other side, what I did was just here and here on top, because it's got to sit level with the top, but it's going to have, say, like a 1 mil, 1.5 mil gap between the panel and the reinforcement, so it will also weld the inner wing, the new bit of the inner wing, and that all together in under one seam, same there and there, plus obviously then the plug welds. I've just gone round with the copper spray, just so it's underneath where it's going to be welded, it will be sealed. I've also cleaned underneath and primed that. One thing I have bought as well is a couple of these wire bushes for the angle grinder. A couple of subscribers have mentioned on getting some of these, so I thought I'd try them. Yeah, they're effing dangerous, that's for sure. The RPM of the angle grinder, well, these are like a nice cone shape, like that. This is the one for the drill, obviously. As soon as you turn the grinder on, it's like you put a flat one in it, a flat one like that, to spring out that far. I've used it anyway. I cleaned underneath that, and yeah, it cleaned up quite well. But I don't know if any of you are aware that when you actually say slip and catch your clothes or whatever in them, even with a cordless, it does quite hurt. So I can't imagine how that's going to feel if for some reason you slip with a grinder and catch yourself on that. Definitely 100% wear goggles, because the amount of them that flicked off. Right, I'm going to get the kettle on, make a nice coffee while I'm waiting for that primer to dry. We're then going to start getting that cut down to start getting it put in. Yeah, bit by bit, she's going to get her strength back. I've also cleaned and primed. Obviously not that side yet. And they fit just under here. So they're all going to be good once they're all on welded back in. Still a bit wet. Shit. Right, I'm going to come back in a minute. On. God's sake. Right. And then from underneath where the gap is, I've scored round. So I know how big to actually do it. What I've done, well, what I'm going to do, sorry, is actually cut quite a bit more off than that. So then I can fine trim it after. So that should will be pretty good. Should sit in the dip then, and then like I say, we decide to weld it in. Also, a few of you may be aware that I've actually changed the channel name. Leicester Canal Capri Restorations, I think, was a bit too long for people to actually remember, because I want the channel to actually grow as well, and having a long name, I think, is a bit daft, really. So I've also chosen another daft name, which is Retro Rust. So it ain't going to be just a Capri that's on here. I can then actually post a Cortina. It's not, channel's not directed to just this, if it makes any sense. So we'll see how people like the name. If they wanted it changed to something else, then put these suggestions in the comments. And if I like it, I may even change it again to, I don't know, make everyone else happy, sort of thing. But I'll get this set up on the tripod. We'll get all this cut. Well, for that nice big suspension top, it's certainly gone a bit smaller. But guess what? Shit happens. See? This may do remarkably really. Give you a quick look. Suspension top's all done. It's also all finished round here. Just got to weld the two seams here and then grind them plug welds off, and then probably carry on, repair this lip, get that done, and then start repairing the floor. That's the plan. Right, there you go. Welcome back. That's the driver's suspension top area pretty much finished. I've ordered the reinforcement bit that welds on. I can do that at a later date. I've still got the weld here where I made the 2 cuts to ground off, but I'm going to do that once it's on the rolling jig. There's too much messing around trying to look up, and same as the bit of weld that's under here, because obviously I welded it on the top, ground it off, and welded it underneath and ground it off. Well, we'll be grinding it off. So under here, I'll be doing that once it's on the rolling jig, eventually. I'll just go ahead, start grinding all these spot welds off, because I want to like test fit the doorpost that I've got to make plans on start repairing it, because I know I've still got the headlamp bowl to do, but I'm on the lookout for another headlamp bowl. If I can't find one, then I'm going to have to, as carefully as I can, take it off and repair it, then put it back on. But we'll see, depends if I can find one. So if anyone's watching and they do have a driver's front headlamp bowl for sale, message me down in the comments and we'll sort a price out. So yeah, I'm going to get on now and start grinding these spot welds off. So I'm going to stop it there so I can add this in with the previous video and then use this as a start as a new video. I hope you like the videos, and hit the like. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It's going to really help the channel grow. A few of you may also be aware that I've changed the channel name to Retro Rust. That's just mainly because I want to make it easier for people to remember it and like probably pass the word on. I think the way that it was before is a bit too long. A few people have said it was too long, so that's why I actually had a thought about it. Yeah, if you like Retro Rust, then I'll keep it as it, but if you don't, and then I can possibly change it if you want to add some suggestions in the comments. Hey. Right, see you in the next one.